إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير ونشهد أن محمدا بشيرا ونذيرا وعبده ورسوله اللهم صل على محمد إمام المتقين وسيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who has created the whole of universe. We will be resurrected on the day of accountability. We believe in one God, the God of Adam. We call in Quran Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us the guidance in the final book of Quran, as well as gave the guidance in the books before. And there is only one religion in the eyesight of Allah, in the court of Allah. That is the religion of peace between the creator and the creatures in human being. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his lifetime, especially the first 13 years, and then more importantly, the last 10 years, the totality of 23 years, how he was blessed, how he was empowered to face the challenges in the world by the satanic distractions as well as by the enemies of the Prophet and the prophets before him and those who were denying Allah, one God. Dear brothers and sisters, we shall be talking today what strengthens a believer while facing the challenges in this world. There are many things which empower us spiritually as well as physically, and one among the many is the attainment of Salat al-Tahajjud. Tahajjud is a set units of voluntary salat which have their own importance, as we have the importance of food in our life. That is the main course, and the main course is 5 times salawat. But in order to overcome our own weaknesses, we sometimes, most of the times, take supplements to strengthen us, to digest our food. And that is why we take the supplements in the form of nutrients. Let us consider in my own example, Salat Tahajjud is the supplement which is not obligatory but voluntarily to empower the Muslims spiritually, physically, and to face the challenges what is coming next day. Why I say so? Because this has been the tradition of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He practiced it. The Quran is the witness to prescribe it. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, the Lord descends every night to the lowest heaven when 1/3 of the night remains and says, who will call upon me that I may answer him? Who will ask of me that I may give him? Who will seek my forgiveness that I may forgive him? Tahajjud prayer can be only performed by those who are already performing 5 times of salawat. Those who are sincere in their love to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those who understand the faithfulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and worship Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without any riyah, without any show off, because in the pre-dawn prayer nobody watches you except you yourself and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The person alone at that time with his Lord, fearfully conscious of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, tearful about the problems what is being faced on day-to-day life, and seeking this help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in loneliness between him or her and between the Creator Lord Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For such a believer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised a joyous reward, and that such a person cannot envision in ordinary life. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had been advised by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to hold tahajjud in order to get the divine support, in order to get spiritual strength, in order to get the physical strength against the challenges which come by the rising of the day, which may bring heavy responsibilities, because he was the last messenger prophet of God. He had a responsibility to complete the religion while he was still among us, to correct our performance, to sustain the triumph in this life and the life hereafter. For that purpose, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed, especially these first 10 verses in the Quran. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Ya ayyuhal muzammil qumil layla illa qalilan. Nisfahu aw inqus minhu qalila aw zid alayhi warattilil Qur'ana tartila. Inna sanulqi alayka qawlan thaqila. إن ناشئة الليل هي أشد وطئا وأقوم قيلا إن لك في النهار سبحا طويلا واذكر اسم ربك وتبتل إليه تبتيلا رب المشرق والمغرب لا إله إلا هو فاتخذه وكيلا واصبر على ما يقولون وهجرهم هجرا جميلا. الله أكبر. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this is the example for all the Muslims till the day of resurrection. O you who have wrapped up in your garments, rise to pray in the night, except a little. Half of it, or lessen it a little, or add to it. And recite the Quran as it ought to be recited. Surely we, yani Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will command upon you heavily instructions. Surely the rising by night is the firmest way to tread and the best corrective of speech, that is Quran. Surely you have in the daytime a long stimulating occupation. And remember the name of your Lord and devote yourself to him with exclusive devotion. The Lord of the East and the West. There is no deity God but his Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, take him for a protector against the challenges. And bear patiently what they say. And bear patiently what they say, and part their company with the best of etiquettes. This is the dosage, this is the prescription which empowered Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam by intention, by committing to the deeds, and the rewards were given to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the form of success And that success translates today as 1.75 billion Muslims all over the world because of his efforts at that time. Here in addressing the Prophet, "O Prophet," is a fine way to address which by itself gives the meaning in order to succeed against all the challenges in front of you, dealing with the people like Abu Jahl, dealing with the people, those who were enemies of Islam at that time, while you lay under the burden of a great mission whose demands and duties are different as well as onerous. There is no demand for you to stand up whole of the night, not at all. Only a little of it, or little more, or little less. But we all know that the best time is the 1/3 of the night, especially in the morning, before dawn. 1/3 of the night, and that is the time when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends to this sky and looking for you and me. What we need from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to succeed in this world and the world hereafter. But the style shows that the 1/3 of the night has been regarded as optimum. That has been the tradition of the Prophet most of the time. Though Prophet showed us the way by praying after Isha, by praying in the middle of the night, but the majority of the evidence indicates that he always prayed before dawn. The person who governs himself by this method and gains the dominance over his body and mind becomes able to use his power for the concentration the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants him to do, can work more efficiently and firmly to make the message of true faith prevail in this world. We don't have to say that we are Muslim. No, our attitude, our behavior, our etiquettes must announce that